yarn friends, welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Yarn Tube. I hope you're all having a great day and a great week and everything is just going wonderful for you. I want to thank you for stopping by for a short visit today. And today I'm going to be doing the 20 questions that's going around. And I have them on my computer screen right here. The screen that you can't see because I have 3 screens up here. But so I will be looking up there to read the questions. So I'm not being rude. I'm just looking up to read the question. Sorry about that. All right, here we go. Number 1, what does your name mean? Well, if you're talking about my name, Kayla, I looked it up because I did not know. The Hebrew meaning is crown of victory. I did not know that. If you're talking about my channel name, Llama Mama Kayla, it doesn't have a real meaning. When we were coming up with my channel name, a lot of little kids in my life call me Sugar Mama, and so we were I was gonna go with that. And I did used to have a blog many years ago called Sugar Mama, and I don't know. I just decided I didn't want to go with that for some reason. I should have. Looking back on it, I should have went with that, but we didn't. And the kids were kind of helping me, and one of them said Llama Mama, and I was like, yeah, let's just go with that because I liked llamas. I had some stuffed llamas and such, so we just went with that. Okay, number 2, where are you from? Well, I'm from Louisiana. Always born here and always grew up here. I grew up on the west side of the river, and then once I got married, I crossed the river and reside on the east side of the river. Number 3, where were you born? On the west side of the river in Louisiana. Okay, number 4, what would your parents have named you if you had been a boy? Well, I actually do know the answer to this because my mother always told me this. If I had been a boy, she was going to name me Porter. So God said, that needs to be a girl. Porter after Porter Wagner. Okay, so thankfully I was a girl, and as she was coming up with girl names, she was going to name me Kelly. And then she met someone named Kelly who she thought was very kooky. So she changed my name at the last minute to Kayla. And I don't know exactly where she found that. But I'm glad to not be Porter. I'm glad to be Kayla. Okay, next question, number 5. What is your biggest accomplishment? Well, thinking about that, I think my biggest accomplishment is that I homeschooled both of my boys all the way through, from the beginning to the end. And so I homeschooled for 23 years, and that graduated both of my boys. They never went to public school or any kind of school. So I think that's my biggest accomplishment, is that I stuck with it and saw it to the end. Because a lot of times I do get bored with things and change my mind and decide to change it up and do things differently. But for some reason, well, homeschooling was very important to me, and I do felt that I was called to homeschool. So there was lots of hard days, don't get me wrong. It wasn't just an easy breezy, oh, we homeschool thing. There was lots of hard days. There's lots of days that lots of crying went on, and I'm not talking about just the kids. You know, there was days where I questioned, can I do this? Am I doing the right thing? But, you know, every day is a new day, so we would get back on it the next day. So I am proud to say that I did stick with it and, you know, made it to the end. Graduated Elijah last year, and he's in college this year. Dakota went to college, and he's finished and, you know, working now. But and Elijah is fixing to graduate December the 13th. He will be graduating from EMT school. And so, and then I believe he's going to go right back in to get paramedicine. So anyway, that's what I can come up with as my greatest accomplishment. Okay, number 6. What is your eye color? Brown. And I always thought I would have a brown-eyed baby, but I did not. Jody has blue-gray eyes. Dakota has like a gray hazel color. And Elijah has a gray hazel color too. Some days their eyes look gray, some days their eyes look blue, so I don't know what you really call their eye color. You know, come to think of it, I don't even know what they put on their driver's license as their eye color. I'll have to ask them that. But I always thought my eyes would be dominant. Eye color would be dominant over Jody's eye color, but that wasn't the case. Because I always heard, you know, brown would be dominant. Nope. Okay, so the next question, number 7. What is your favorite candle scent? I don't know that I really have a favorite. If it smells good, I like it. If it doesn't smell good, I don't like it. So I don't have one that I have to have. I prefer not to have cookie or food flavors. One year we had chocolate chip cookie candle in the kitchen, and Dakota would light that all the time. And I would be somewhere in the house, you know, and I'd think, oh, Dakota's baking cookies. You know, they never come out of the oven. And I would go in there and I'd say, I thought you was baking cookies. Finally, I threw that candle away. One day I did just march in there and I blew it out and threw it in the garbage can. Because I always thought there was cookies baking and there wasn't. Okay, number 8. Can you cook? Yes, I can cook. Do I cook? Not anymore. Jody loves to cook. He doesn't cook anymore either, just because of health issues. It's hard for him to get around. It's hard for me to get around. So our kids cook. Now, Jody cooked for many, many years because he does love to cook and he loves to serve people. And I guess when Dakota was little, Jody and I kind of cooked together. And Dakota had eating issues, and he was, a vegetarian, and he did not eat most of the things we cooked. And so he was 4 years old, and I said, Dakota, if you're not going to cook what we cook, then you have to cook your own meals. Thinking he was going to eat what we cook, Nope, he said, okay, I'll cook. And he started cooking. Yes, my 4-year-old started cooking on his own. And he loved, to fix his own food. He didn't complain about it at all. He did it. Every time he was hungry, he went in there and cooked him something to eat. So, and then whenever Elijah came along, he couldn't eat food. He was formula fed, and he had a feeding tube in his stomach, actually, until he was 16. So at some point in there, I think when he was about 6, I told his GI doctor, I said, look, life is hard. Life is very, very hard. He's got to eat something to be able to fit in this world that revolves around eating. So we came up with raw apple and rice. So those are 2 foods that he could eat, and he learned to cook rice, and he learned to cook apple, how he wanted to cook it. Sometimes he ate it raw, sometimes he'd cook it and soften it, sometimes he'd put it in his rice, whatever he wanted to do. So he grew up cooking his own food too, and Dakota cooked his own food, and sometimes Jody cooked his own food and I cooked my own food. We didn't have any heavy set rules about you had to eat this or that. And so, but I can cook. I just can't hold out to do it. But thankfully, Dakota loves to bake and cook, and Elijah loves to cook for me and Jody. So that does work out. And the only thing it does not work out is when they're gone. When they're not here and they're gone, me and Jody are kind of just like, what are we going to eat? One time, I'll just tell this quick little story. One time here, a little while back, when Jody was down with his foot, he broke his foot, and I was really, really sick at the time, too. We were laying in the bed, like, what are we going to eat? It was late one night. We hadn't ate all day long, and the kids were going to be in about 11 that night, and so we were just like, what are we going to eat? I said, I don't know. Maybe one of the kids cook for us when we get home. They get home. And so then we started laughing, and I said, I hope it's not the vegetarian. And of course it was. I can't even remember what he cooked for us that night, but it wasn't anything that wonderful. Okay, the next question is, what is good about your life right now? Well, I have lots of issues going on, but you know what? I still love my life. I love everything about my life. I love that I love my family. I love that I have the support of my family. I love that I have you all. I love that I can sit here and crochet and knit. I love everything about my life. Yes, I do have issues, but hey, we all do. Who doesn't have issues going on? I have health issues. I have lots of sad things going on in my life, but I'm not going to dwell on that. I'm going to choose joy and focus on the things that make me happy. And yarn makes me happy, and you make me happy, and that's what I'm going to focus on. My family makes me happy, so, and my puppy, Phoebe, makes me happy, and all the other dogs that run around here too. So that's the things I'm going to focus on. I'm not going to focus on the sad things in my life. So what do I love about my life right now? Everything. Okay, the next one is, what is your sign? Well, I'm Aries, and I don't know what that means. I'm not really into that, but I'm Aries, and that's all I know about it. Okay, what scares you about aging? Well, I already have the health issues, so I can't say that health issues scare me. I think what would scare me the most about is forgetting. I don't want to forget my children. I don't want to forget my husband, and I don't want to cry right now, so I'm not going to talk about that anymore. What is your favorite holiday? Well, I don't know that I really have a favorite holiday. I'm going to say Thanksgiving, because that's the only holiday Jody takes off from work. He works every holiday that rolls around, whether it's, a major holiday or a minor holiday. Thanksgiving is the only holiday he takes off. He works in a medical facility, so they, work 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. And somebody's got to work the holidays, so he always does. Number 13, what is your guilty pleasure? Well, who would guess yarn? Well, you could say yarn, but I don't feel guilty about that at all. I don't feel guilty about any of my pleasures. Let me think. Let's see. Well, there is a store close to us that sells banana ices. And at first that didn't sound very good. Like, Dakota came home with a banana icy one day, and I thought, that doesn't sound that great. But then I decided to stop by the next time I was out and by that store, And I said, I'll just try the banana icy. They're like 79 cents for a big, tall, big icy. It's not even the icy cups. It's in a big styrofoam fountain drink cup. I guess like the 32-ounce one. I don't know. But anyway, so I got a banana icy, and oh my gosh, it was so good. So anytime I pass by that store, I get a banana icy. And sometimes whenever other people are out, I ask them to bring me a banana icy home. So I guess you could say a banana icy. Other than that and yarn, I don't know. And I don't feel guilty about any one of them. It says, what's your guilty pleasure? I don't feel guilty about anything. So, but that is a pleasure, not a guilty pleasure. Okay, number 14. What is your favorite show to binge watch? Well, if it catches me in the first episode, probably in the first 10 minutes of the episode, if it like sparks my interest, I'll pretty much binge watch it. Some of the shows that I've been binge watched is Handmaid's Tale. Trying to think. I just watched all of Manifest, but then I don't think they're putting out a season 2 of it. Gosh, I can't even think. Goliath. I've watched all 3 seasons of that. And unfortunately, I watched season 1, had to wait on season 2, and then wait on season 3. So, but yeah, I'll just binge watch them all at one time. Stranger Things. I can't think. I can't think right now. What's the one thing you can't, numbers 15. What is the one thing you can't leave your house without? Well, I honestly can't think of anything that I can't leave my house without. Some people would say maybe their phones, but I purposely leave mine at home most of the time. If I'm going out with my family, I'll just go stick my phone on the charger by my bed and go. Because I want to focus on the people who are with me and not the people in my pocket. So the phone doesn't mean that much to me at all. So I can't say phone. I really can't. I really can't even say my purse because I don't take that with me a lot of times either. Sometimes I'll grab my wallet out of my purse, and then sometimes I don't, depending on if I'm going to need money or not. If I'm going with Jody somewhere, I don't need my wallet. So I won't take it. Will depend on his wallet. So I can't think of anything. A lot of times I do grab a project to work on, but I mean, it's not that I can't leave the house without it. But I would grab a project to work on before I would grab a lot of other things. Number 16. Are you a morning person or a night owl? I'm definitely a night owl. I feel like I get my burst of energy at nighttime. And used to, that's when I could clean house. I'm gonna have to get a cough drop. I could clean house like nobody's business during the night. Back when I could do stuff like that. But now I can get on a project and just work like crazy during the night and get a lot accomplished. I could get several projects knocked out. I can be a morning person if required to be, but I'd rather be a night owl. Okay, number 17. What is your favorite genre of movie? Well, I love mysteries. I love cop shows, detectives, action. I'm not a fan of comedy. I mean, not of comedy. I'm not a fan of most comedy. I don't know, I like comedy, but most of it's just too silly. I don't know. I'm not a fan of romance. I like, you know, cop shows, detective, mystery, stuff like that. What's the last thing you bought? That would have to be Thursday when I bought prescriptions. Yeah, how exciting is that? Are you an introvert or an extrovert? I'm definitely an extrovert. When I walk into a waiting room or somewhere, I speak to everyone, ask, you know, how you doing, everyone, how you doing, you know, and then if I'm leaving the room, I will say, y'all have a blessed day or something like that. But while I'm in a waiting room, I will strike up a conversation with anyone if they look like they want to talk. Now, if they're sitting there minding their own business, like, don't talk to me, don't talk to me, you know, won't mess with them, won't talk to them or leave them alone, you know. But if they look at me and smile, you know, I might, you know, comment on something or just strike up a conversation. And if they're receptive and talk back and seem like they want to talk, you know, I can sit there and talk with them. But if I get the vibe that, you know, I'd rather you not talk to me, I do back off and, you know, don't force anyone to talk. But there are times where I just want to be left alone too. So, but I think I'm mainly an extrovert. What is your favorite book? Well, I haven't read in a long time because I've been, you know, crocheting and knitting and stuff like that. And so, and then in 2016, we lost everything we owned. So I lost, you know, a lot of books and stuff that I had then. So, and I'm assuming they're not talking about the Bible because, I'm assuming this isn't, you know, the Bible's not the correct answer here. A book that I've read that I really did enjoy, and I read it more than once, and even after the movie came out from the book, I still read the book again, is Home is Where the Heart Is. I loved that book. I read it many, many years before they ever come out with the movie, and so I always enjoyed that. Now, like I said, I don't read anymore too much, partly because of my vision, and partly because, you know, you can't knit and read at the same time. Now, I have tried listening to audiobooks. I don't enjoy listening to someone read. I don't enjoy that at all. I end up tuning it out and thinking about my own things, and then I'm like, oh, wait, I was supposed to be listening to this. So I just don't enjoy listening to someone read. And that's number 20, so that's all of them. So thank you for watching, and I want to encourage you to answer the questions, whether you have a YouTube channel or not. I want to hear from you, my subscribers. Can you answer these 20 questions? And I will leave a link in the description, in the box below. I will leave this list of questions, and you can either fill it out here on YouTube, or you can come over to Llama Mama Kayla Facebook group and copy the questions and answer them there. That would be great, and I will be looking for your answers because I want to learn more about you. I know a good bit about all the other YouTubers that I love, and but I would like to learn more about you, so I want to tag you, my subscribers. So I can't wait to read your answers, whether it's here on YouTube or on the Facebook group. Feel free. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all again soon.